Back in the saddle again. All right, Doc here from North America. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. The Mr. and Mrs. Hurricane gave us a few issues here. We were out of power not long. Didn't have to. I wasn't going to crank up the generators for something I knew that wasn't going to last long. And then from there, but the internet was down, which is normally I go hotspot, but it never came back. It took 8 hours for it to get back up. I mean, the internet now goes through some bushes and trees, and wires are everywhere, and so forth and so on. Farkash, howdy, howdy. How are you? Another fun-filled day. Look at the Europa moving up into the 18s. Look at that. Yum, yum, huh? Let's see what it looks like on our work here at the same time. You can see on JForex, it's looking fine, steady, and straight. Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, we're launching up at the same time there. And you can see same thing here. And that's why we don't short sell signals in a weekly buy. Let's see, what else can we say about this, about that? Euro is being the euro. Cool. Glad things are good there, wherever there is. This is a good thing. Always hope everybody's doing okay. What else can we say about that? What do you think about that euro, huh? It likes to, I guess there's some positive coming out of whatever the negotiations were about 4 or 5 weeks ago. So maybe they're going to lift this thing up and put some life into it. I don't know. Could be interesting. We've been on a weekly buy for so long in this now. Let's see. Let's go back to the chart here and see if we can find the weekly buy. Back in May, I think it is at this point. Where's that little scrunchy thing? It makes it tighter so we can see a bigger picture. Yeah. So we've been in a weekly buy since May. So the overall trend in our math has been up and away in that big, beautiful balloon. And sure enough, even when it goes into little cells and shows downwardly pressure, the weekly buy has stayed in a buy. Not only that, you can see the time manifold. The white line has been well beyond the time manifold. Even when it comes down, it just bangs against it and lifts back up. So it's been holding up pretty well there. Let's see. I guess that's about all I can say. If anybody else has any questions, fire away. Also, check out AUD. Yes, I saw that. It moved back into the low volatility uptrend. Nice. I like talking about volatility. Ooh, talk to me. Yeah, baby. Volatility. I've been a volatility trader for 40 years. So, yeah, I'm into the volatility, that's for sure. And there it is right there. And you can see it slid also into the daily sell for a few days there. And then it was doing the opposite of what we normally see it do. And now it's doing that thing it can do. And so where are we on that product? Let's put it up on the JForex. Ooh, baby, baby, volatility. We like talking about volatility. Let's see. You can see here it also is on a mild rampage. And that's line what? 12. There it is. 16 weeks in a buy, 3 days in a sell, and it is now probably dancing its little heart right through the yep, there it is. It's dancing right up through. It tried to almost touched it yesterday. I thought it was going to go into a buy, and then gave us the red dot still. And then you can see here, same situation, the time manifold. Let's see if we can do this. We'll scrunch that puppy up also. Yeah, it's been in a buy since back here. So what is that? That's mid-April. And it's been, it's been telling us each week, buy, 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 buy. Maybe it's going to get weak, but buy. Don't short it, that's for sure. Buy, 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 buy. Well, that one tried to dance down, but look at that. It was kind of chill, wasn't it? And before you know it, it was back in the saddle again. And then here it is. It's just cruising along like a rocket. And let's see, what we got here? We got, sorry, not that, AUD CAD. Okay, let's see what AUD CAD looks like. What exactly is time manifold? What is it? It's a standard deviation I was mentioning this yesterday. When I was young, I used to do a TV show called The Guru Review. John Bollinger had a TV show, and every 2 weeks I'd come on and talk. And I would talk about volatility. And that was when it was the Financial News Network. So then what happened was CNBC, was it NBC, created CNBC and bought FNN, which was the #1 network at the time of financial news. It was on all the exchange floors. And so that was before CNN. Was that before CNN or after CNN? Right around CNN. I don't know. Financial News Network was CNN was. What's C stand for in CNN? I guess I don't know. Kumquats? No, that's a Q. Commie Nationalist News? I guess something like that. Probably Commie Nationalist News. CNN. So I guess that's what C stands for. It must be Communist National News. So John would have this show on Wednesdays or Thursdays. I want to say it was Thursdays, but it might have been Wednesdays. And I'd come on like every other week, and we would talk about standard deviations and volatility, option volatility, and so forth. And then one day I started saying something and it moved the market. I didn't like that too much, so I started to move away from doing it because I didn't want to get caught in that rubbish where you start moving the markets when you say stuff. So that, and I guess John wanted me to hook up with the head analyst at Merrill Lynch, which back then Merrill Lynch was the biggest and best of the brokerage houses in the United States and probably the world besides Nomura. And then I think there was a Swiss one. There was a couple of good Swiss brokerage houses too. But anyway, it's standard deviation. So it was like the same thing as like Bollinger Bands, only with my math incorporated inside of it, something like that. Manifold. So I answered that. Let's go to Aussie CAD. Let's go find the Aussie CAD. Let's first put it on JForex. Oh, and here it is on JForex. You can see the same thing. The fast-moving stochastic holding up really well above the slow-moving stochastic. The hinky, ashy bars are emulating my dots on a 70% correlation, which is pretty good. Same thing with the slow-moving and fast-moving stochastic, emulating my formula about 65, under 70% accuracy, but it's better than nothing, traders, trust me, compared to all the other tools that are out there. This combination right here on JForex is a very good tool to keep yourselves out of trouble when you're not tuned in to see the doc and his math. Let's see. Let's go find Aussie CAD. Aussie CAD. Where's Aussie CAD? Aussie CAD. We've never looked at it? That's something. Aussie CAD. There it is right there. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that special? Yes. Oh, interesting. That's doing the same thing at the same time, same type of project. Wow, look at this. Look at the way that thing buried itself. And, barely any price depreciation, in other words, loss of value. So it's not like it made this major dip, too. Last time it did that, it was just another action up, Right there, look at that one. Last time it did it that low, matching up with this low. It was the beginning of a rampage. Let's see if we can run it through our Chicago Quant. We'll see if we learn something from it. Oh, I have it there too. No, that's Aussie dollar. And then I do Euro Aussie. There's not a NASD CAD. There's dollar Medico. There's Aussie yen. Let's put it in the Aussie yen spot and see what it does. And there it is there. So obviously we have looked at it. Do, do, do. La. There we are. When's okay? All the way back to May, it's in a weekly buy. Let's see how far back it really goes. Oh, there we go. We were looking at it one time or another. Look at that. No, I guess not. Right there. So it's been in a buy since April 17th. Holy moly. And you can see here it's done a dip like that, just like on JForex. You know, the white line is lower than everything else, well below the time manifold. In fact, look at the one back here. What is that? April 2nd. Let's see what that is. That shows it right there. April something. Is that April 2nd? April 5th. It's showing you way down there and trying to bounce back up on April 2nd. Then it goes April 3rd, 5th. I guess where's the 5th? So that must have been Thursday, Friday. And then the following week we got really rolling along. You can see the daily buy kicked out right there. You can see the volatility signal right there. See that? Oh, no, you can't see that. There we are. So you can see here, and then the volatility signal kicked out right there. And we went into a daily buy, and then it took us to the weekly buy. And it's been bye-bye birdie from there. It has not, geez, look at it. It barely touches the time manifold. It's using the time manifold as a support. It's not even using the zero line as a support. Holy, but what's that? Holy something Batman. Yeah. Is it some sort of indicator? Is it available for Forex, on Forex? Which one's that? Oh, my time manifold? I haven't tried to emulate the time manifold. I guess try to take Bollinger Bands and combine my. You know what? Well, you know what? Now that you asked the question, let's see if we can do that. Yeah, that's what I like about these questions. It makes me try to do something else. Okay, let's see what we can do about it. Because the standard deviation. But the problem is that John uses a standard deviation to the underlying product itself. I'm doing it to math, you know, to signals. So let's see. All right, let's go into the toolbox here and see what we can do. See if we can find something that matches up. So the first thing is it's got to be a standard deviation. And then we've got to be able to change the standard deviation to, say, the fast. What we'd really need to do is we'd probably have to put a standard deviation to the fast-moving stochastic. Or maybe even the slow one. One or the other. Probably the slow one. And that would probably help us set a mathematical mean. Add an indicator. Let's see. Volatility indicator. Thomas Blazinski. I don't know what that is, but that sounds interesting. Billy Williams. I never really cared for Bill. I always thought he was a snake oil salesman. But he does seem to get his indicator around. Overlap studies. I guess a blind squirrel can find a nut once in a while, huh? Alphabetical order. Let's see what that does. Bandwidth. Bollinger Band. Okay, here we go. And there's a Fibonacci ratio. Bollinger Band Fibonacci. Bands. Bandwidth. Let's see what bandwidth looks like. What am I setting it to? Bollinger Band periods, okay. Bollinger Band standard deviation, okay. Bollinger Band MA type. Smooth moving average, okay. Bandwidth bulge periods. That's like a volatility thing, I guess. Trying to bandwidth squeeze periods, like a Z-pinch in electrical plasma. I don't think he ever thought that way, but it's possible. You know, John Bollinger was a cameraman for the Financial News Network. I mentioned this yesterday, didn't I? Where did I mention this? I mentioned this somewhere. I was talking about this. Maybe it's up on my my website. I have a, what do I have? I have a YouTube channel now. That's it. I have a YouTube channel for the Chicago Quant. And I think I was talking about this on Monday. John Bollinger was a cameraman on Financial News Network. And he saw that he could be just as informational on a technical level as everybody else on the TV. So he said to the producers, "Put me on camera. I can read charts." And I guess, if you're a cameraman, back in those days, those cameras were giant and they were electrical and, and so forth. So he probably has a understanding. I never really talked physics with him. I should have talked physics with him. So yes, I guess something like this. Let's see, input levels advanced. All right, so where do we go to this? Edit. Okay, I guess that's what it is right there. Whoa, what in blazes am I looking at there? There's the code. I didn't know I could get into the code. Holy moly, I can get into the code? I can change it? God, that looks like my signals. I mean, the length of it. What language? Is this easy language? Wait a minute. What is this? What am I looking at here? Package.com Dukascopy indicators. Let's see, indicator. Okay, private indicator info. What did I get into here? I need to put my glasses on for this. What did we just discover here? Import.com. Indicator B bands. Max. This looks like easy language. Are they using an easy language? Bollinger Band periods. Let me see. But everything is plugged in. Return band. Now we're going to have to look at this a little bit closer. I might be able to do more with JForex than I realize. I have to figure out how I got there again. Let's see. Now let's go back over to here. And I guess I put a moving average in. Is that what I did? I don't want to do a moving average, so we want to remove that indicator. And I want to put a Bollinger Band in there. Bollinger Band with 1. I'm going to have to leave that in there for the moment and be able to... I have to look at that. That's going to be interesting. All right, let's try that again. Input FX, recent indicators, bandwidth. Okay, there it is there. Now if we move edit, close price. That looks something like a Hinky ASCII right there. So let's see what that does. And let's see if we can move this. Okay. And then can we move this? There it is right there. Let's see what we got there. All right, let's see what we got. We're going to make this a whole picture now. See that? What happens when you ask me questions? You can lead Doc down the... Now what in blazes is that? Let's see. What happens when the purple line... Let me see if I can turn off... I think I want to turn off the rate of change. Cancel. What was I using? I was using rate of change 10. Okay. All right, rate of change 10. We can always go back to this video and see how that works. I thought I just turned that off. Let's move it then. All right, there's the rate of change, right? That's rate of change. All right, let's do this. Move this down. Now, what are we looking at here? All right, so this breaks down. Look at that. Hinky Ash is breaking down too at the same time. But then I'm using a Bollinger Band probably on Hinky ASCII ideal because it's like a high-low divided by 2. It's something like that. Hinky ASCII is like that. And then I think it in this case here, this one we're using is an open high-low close divided by 2. That's what the Hinky ASCII is doing there. So, and they didn't give me that choice on this. So now, it rises up. So the white line breaks through it, we get strength. White line breaks down, we're still getting strength. No, that's not giving us any indication. Okay, purple line breaks down below slow moving, which I would assume would be the place to be because it emulates the 0 line. Yeah, now let's see if we do this. Okay, so as the purple line is breaking down, you're getting the selling. But you see here it keeps on breaking down and we get a rise. Okay, the white line pierces it. When it moves back up through it, you see the strength is coming through. Then, same time, it breaks down here, the white line through the half, and we get the weakness again. The purple line is breaking down. Purple line moving up. Let's see, white line pierces. Now you're watching the fast and slow stochastic at the same time. So you see when it breaks down, you see the weakness in here, right there. When it breaks through, you see the strength. Okay. It may be a little delayed behind my work, but at least it gives you an honest direction at the same time. And then it breaks down here, and you can see it goes plateaus and then goes down. Now, the white line pierces the Bollinger, and it confirms more weakness for there. But then you see how it comes up and fails right there, and then gives you the weakness again. So this is probably better than the rate of change. I think that's what I'm saying here. Now I have no idea. This must be like a 150, yeah, and then what's this, 2 something? 150 minus. So this is the Bollinger Band trapped in its range, but I have it measuring the Hinky-Ashy, not the close itself. Like not the close, not the open, not the high, not the low. So it's measuring the Hinky-Ashy aspect, not the product itself. I think I've got that's what it's doing. Okay. All right. There you go. So, Farkash, you've moved us into a whole new direction. Wait a minute. What happened there? I think I lost me. Did I lose me? Let's see. Okay, there it is. So there it is there. So it looks like, I don't know if you could hear me or not, but it looks like what we've done there is, we've basically gotten rid of something that is not as good as the rate of change. So the rate of change is kind of slow to the party all the time. I like this better. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the rate of change altogether. We're going to try to get rid of the rate of change. Remove. Enter a remove of indicator. Add indicator, clone indicator, remove indicator. There it is. All right, so that's better, and it's probably going now. Let's go to this. Let's match it to see how it looks to the time manifold. Okay, so this is Aussie CAD. This is Aussie CAD. Here's June. You can see the hump pretty much the same, but see how this moves up and this does not, but the fast moving stochastic does. So one, you have to follow both of them and then use the slow moving stochastic as my 0 line, right? Use that as my 0 line. So what it is that the 0 line is moving in a 3-dimensional space, and that's okay because my math is moving in a 3-dimensional space, so that's okay. It just doesn't look the same, but it does the same in some characteristics, and it's just a little delayed behind, nothing more. Again, in the 70th percentile, matching to my math, so that's not bad. All right, so you see here right where you get the breakdown. Let's do that. Where you get the breakdown here, notice it plateaus and then goes down. And then when it breaks here, breaks the purple line, you can see it accelerates. So that's pretty cool. Okay, what do we got here? All right, let me answer this text. we screen in for back test. There we go. All right. Let's see. So there we are. That's better. That's better than the rate of change, because look at that. When the was it the white line is the lead? Follow the white line. Okay. When the white line gets through, it's showing you strength here. Okay. So it drops down. The purple doesn't really matter. What you're really measuring is the white line, and the dashed line is trying to emulate the zero line, and the purple line is trying to emulate the time manifold. And it seems to be doing something of it, but again, it's the white line is using it. And so see how here, what is that? That's what is the date there? That is June 22nd, right? So now let's look at June 22nd. There's June 22nd. See how the white line has pierced through the time manifold on the upside, just like the white line has now pierced the purple line. Now let's see. It takes a while for it to break the purple line, but notice it breaks when the time manifold breaks the time manifold. When the white line here on my work breaks the time manifold, notice it's breaking. What's that? That's the 29th. And notice that mine breaks down on the 26th, and it follows after a while. So there's the 29th. There's the 29th too. There's the 28th. You know, so it's a couple days behind, but it's giving you a direction. Now, if you're not seeing Doc's work, or you're using the JForex platform, this is well worth using. So this is better than the rate of change. And so it's chasing after the time manifold. And let's see what this one does. There it pierces through on 7/3, which is July 3rd. Let's see what July 3rd looks like here. July 3rd. It's July something. I want to tell me the date. July. Oh, there it is. July. Yeah. Okay. So it's doing it there too. See, it's the white line again is breaking through the time, the slow-moving stochastic, or the zero line. In this case here, my white line breaks both and goes through the time manifold. So it kind of gives you a hint. Now here it broke down on the August 2nd, and you can see here July 31st, July 30th to 31st. My white line broke the time manifold, so it kind of matches up. It's not, like I said, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to have the characteristics that will help you. Okay, now let me go look at the chat line, since I've been on madman level. Uptrend. Let's see. What exactly is time manifold? Forex. Hey Sebastian, how you doing? Java. Is that what I was looking at? Farkash, it's Java. Is that what I was looking at? Is Java? I've never looked at Java before. Do you think it's feasible to StatArb with Forex? I'm not sure what StatArb. What could StatArb be? What is that word? What is that word there? StatArb. See, Farkesh says, I'd like to automate some strategy. I did go into, I haven't done it in a while, but go into the robot competition. I won. I got very close I won a bunch of them on JForex, and it's up there. You can see the programs I used. I tried to use candles and stochastics, and what else did I do? I did something like that. Stochastics and candles. When a candle went red and it was and the stochastic was at the top of the range, I tried to, it made it go automatically. But my writing on the JForex wasn't the best. So take a look at that on JForex. Let me see if I can find it. In the contest. Let's see if I can find it here. Let me do this. We want to do this. Let's see, Dukascopy. Not there. Maybe there. Okay, let's see. Home. Okay, here we go. Wow, neat music. That's Dukascopy, right? Right there. Okay. And go to communities. And then go fun contests. Strategy contests, maybe? Let's see. Let's see, where's it? Automated, right there. And I did some good wins with that, you know, a couple years ago while I was working on my automated. I was doing that at the same time. So take a look at that with the JForex. Go in there. I know that's music from Dukascopy. That's kind of cool. And then, let's see. And then from there you go to here on the JForex as it's logging in. It's taking a slow time to get there. Nice music though. Let's see if we can cut down on the sound. I'm not sure why we can't get in there, but it's in the strategies trading contest, automated trading. Go into there. It's not letting me log in. Still not letting me log in. But you'll be able to see my formulas, and you can go from there. Okay. Let's see. Let's switch out of this for the moment. Techno music. So there, that's my opinion about what you're suggesting. I'd like to automate some strategy, statistical average. I found automating trading contest. Yes, excellent. And look for DocDow. I don't think I came in first. I was in first a few times, and within the last half hour of the month. Remember, it's a month-long contest. You can't control it. And so I'd fall into second or fall into third, or I was in first a lot of times, and then moved down, bouncing around from so forth and so on. I won $15,000, $20,000. I don't know, something like that. In it. So maybe $30,000. So, but yes, go there, and you know, it'll give you a generality of what we were talking about here. Okay, so now Sebastian says Java. Okay, Sigma. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Thank you, guys. See what we can see there. All right, where'd we leave off? I think I've given you enough on that, didn't I? And we've come up with a new way of looking at JForex also. We're using John Bollinger's band standard deviation from, or standard deviation is just standard deviation. John just incorporated it just like the way George did with stochastics. Let's see what we got here. Great. Let's see, okay. I gotta answer this. Sure. Time. There we are. I'm back. There we go. So, where am I? Oh yeah, so all right. So there's your Aussie CAD. Did we answer your Aussie CAD question? Because you really took us into a good direction. See, this is why I love questions. Questions. Give me more questions. You never know what this crazy mind is going to come up with. You just don't know. But I can tell you this. If you follow the white line and use the slow stoke or the dashed line and the purple line, it's going to emulate both my time manifold on a 65% time period, the 70, and the same thing with the zero line. It's going to do both of those. It's going to emulate the zero line. It's going to emulate the time manifold, but it's just going to do it in a very slow. You know, you might be a day or so behind, but wouldn't it be better to be in the right direction? And you tune into the webinar and you see where I'm at already, and la-di-da and da-da and all that other stuff. I found an automated trading contest. Exactly. I like I said, I did the Dukascopy one for a couple years. I think I made 25, 35,000 from it. I forget what it was. It was something like that. It's all documented there. Just look up DocDow. I guess 217, 218, things like that. 216, something like that. Right around there. All right. Let's see. Where do we go from there? Let's go look at the cable. Let's jump over to cable unless anybody wants to see something else, and we'll skip cable. And you can see there it went into the sell by the hair of its chinny chin, or not at all? Yes, by the hair of its chinny chin yesterday. It went into the sell, and it's already back into the buy. Back in the saddle again. You can see it's playing with its daily buy number already. Zip-diddy-doo-dah right there. Look at that. And let's go take a look at it. Let's see. No, not there. Let's go like this. Cable-laya. Cable Ruski. Cable-ola. There it is right there. Lifting. Oh, right there. The 31s. Nice. Wonder what the stock market's doing. Let's see what the stock market's doing. Is it moving down or up? In between? It's holding up. Nothing fantastic. 5 points off. 25% down from its high today. All right. No problem. No worries there, mate. So, let's see. What else can we say about this? The cable is a big example. Look at that. The white line pierces. Is the first time we're looking at it with the new indicator. So the white line comes down, bangs through the time manifold. No. I'm sorry. The slow-moving stochastic. So it's matching our zero line. We get it to pierce there. That's perfect. Look at that. That's time sensitive, right? And now it's bouncing off of it again. Now, is this helping us anything? No, not particularly. But at the same time, it's showing us if it's not signaling from the dashed line, it's signaling from, like here. Let's look at that. Let's see, connect closed. The new connect was closed unexpectedly. Retry. There we are. There we are. So, back in the saddle again. There we are. So, let's see now. What was I doing there? Oh, yeah. So, back in June 11th to the 15th or so, it's playing underneath the purple line. Let's see what it's doing June on this thing here. Let's move this over. So, in June 15th, you can see we would go underneath the time manifold on June 11th. And on that June 15th, we lift up through it. You can see here on the 16th, it pops through it a second. Now ours stays above it to the 17th and then breaks down again on the 18th. This thing does the same thing here on the 17th. And then you can see there's the 22nd. It lifts up, and on the 22nd we are there. So it is emulating it on some level, traders. It's just that it's like a three-dimensional chess set, you know, instead of a one plane XY chess set. Think of it as a three-dimensional chess set, and when using the dashed line and the purple line, they will give you insight to the action that's going on. Cool. There you go. We've modified. That's going to be the title of this too today. We modified our JForex indicator. We're going to do that. We're going to label it that way. So I'm already going to type that in onto my my Skype. Oh, what's happened there? Okay, there we go again. Modified. Is that the right way of spelling modified? JForex indicator. There we are. Cool. All right, that's going to be our title today. All right, so now, see that? New discovery. I like that. All right, so it does do a good job. It does lag off down here, and it doesn't, I mean, we don't have anything going on. But then think about this. Look at it from that time period on from, let's see, June 29th. June 29th? Is that June 29th? Yeah. June 28th, 29th. Let's see. Well, it doesn't really reflect too much, but if you watch the white line breaking this, it does give some insight to the time manifold. I guess it's going to be like an art. It's like when you're doing art, you have to do some type of, research, not research, but understanding of what you're looking at. After a while, like a Chagall or a Monet or something, you go back and you look at it, and then you go back further and you realize you see something else, and then you get closer, you see something else again, and back and forth. It's the same thing. So it's going to be somewhat insight. It's better. Let's put it this way: it's better than that rate of change. That rate of change didn't make any sense sometimes. So this is much better. And as you can see here on cable, it's moving up pretty firmly there. All right, now let's jump over to what's the next product. Does anybody care to see anything in particular? We can look at it. And if not, I'll just keep on rolling with the homies. Let's check it out. What it is what it is. Let's look at Turkish lira. Wow, how about that Beirut thing, huh? That's in that neighborhood. Now, I thought it was probably something like you know, it was, I knew, you know, it was, you can tell it's well beyond fireworks, gunpowder blowing up. Something was parked underneath all that fireworks. They're obviously storing something, a nitrogen or something like that. You know, some type of weaponish type thing. Oops! It went kaboom. Oh well. I guess it was Allah's will. All right. That is where we're at on this one right here. Look at Turkish lira. And it's, boy, ever since the drilling situation, it's really driving up, isn't it? Now you can see here, it's holding up very firm, the white line, since the beginning of that action there, above the zero line, or in this case here, the slow-moving Stoke. And they haven't even dared to penetrate the purple line since like late May. Now let's look at it on our work. Are we there? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? All right, and there. Now I don't see anything particular about it there. I guess, let's see. That is, what is that? That's July 13th. And it goes back and forth a little bit, and then there's July 27th. Is that 27th? Yeah, 27th. It's not really giving you any real insight from that. But again, if it comes down there, like in this case here, when it broke down on the June 1st, where's the June 1st on here? Is that like the June 1st? That's June 26th. There's May 28th. There's June 1st. See the breakdown? It broke here on June 1st. And you see on our work here, it broke down June 1st also. Is that June 1st? That's June 1st. That one, the small one. See that right there? And then you had the big sell-off the next day. So it picked it up. The white line breaking through, picked it up, tells you that there's something going on. In this case here, they slammed the Turkish lira hard the next day. And both indicators picked up on it. My indicator picked up on it, and the JForex picked up on it. They both picked up on it. Matter of fact, you can see how much this looks like this. See? It even zigzags like that. Look how well that does that. It's just a difference. The difference is two things. One is I've got it all in a controlled environment, and it's more and it's functioning on a more up-to-date level. That's all. It's taking this type of math, not necessarily this math, but this type of math, and commingling it with accurate live data. And that's what we're doing here with this in a more controlled environment. Like, imagine this being like Bollinger Bands, you know, being between, you know, 150 and 150 minus, you know, that type of thing. It's doing that with all this as one indicator. Here we're taking three indicators and commingling them. And it's, you know, it kind of looks jumbled, but if you notice, the parts are working together. So it's a good tool. All right. Do we have any other questions? No, I found an automated trade. That's where we left off. No one's jumped into anything else. Okay. All right. So Farcash has instigated a new indicator. Way to go, Farcash. Now let's go to Canada. See what it looks like with Canada. Oh, Canada. La, 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 la. And that's interesting. You can see it's breaking down today, and I know we went into a daily sell yesterday, so that works out perfect. Where's that? It's line 20 right there. See? 3 weeks in a sell, 1 day in a sell. And let's see. Now let's go take a look at our work. La, 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 la. You can see this is the second day now, and it was giving us good warnings there with a red dot, but see, it was still plus. And then it gave us the sell on this close here, last night, and Smackadoodle City, instant gratification, money in your pocket. And you can see here, same situation. It broke through. That is Friday, right? And then that's Sunday night, and that's this is the 4th, and we're on the 5th now. So you can see it's breaking down, trying to emulate. See, good stuff here. Good stuff. All right, now let's what are we doing here? Let's let me entertain you. Okay, let's take a look at the Swissy. See what the Swiss shows us. That's 21, 10 weeks in a sell, 2 days in a buy. I believe we're underneath the line. I did see that this morning. Let's check that out. Check it out, man. Far out, man. Right there. I speak hippie. Let's see right there. There it is right there. As you can see here, you know, we've been dragging down like that. And that is the Swiss trying to perk up. And you can see here, did the same thing. See it lifted up. The white line lifted up through the time manifold. This thing here did the same thing. Through the purple and then broke underneath it again. Breaks down. See? Break down. And then in this case here, what was that? That was the 21st of July. And then here is the this is the 16th and 17th of July. You know, a couple days ahead of time. And then a day ahead of time. That's what it was. A day ahead of time, our math. That's all. But see, if you don't have anything, if you're not watching Dukascopy and you're not watching Doc's work, but you're watching, JForex, at least you can make something functional. There's the answer to the whole gig there. All right, come on, traders. Ask me a question. I'm bored. I want to come up with a new idea. I need help to get new ideas. Someone has to throw a bone to the Doc to get a new idea. All right, let's see what the yen's doing. This could be neat. There's yen. Yenskaruski. Yenola. There is Yensky. You see it here doing the same thing, you know, coming to a high point. Same thing here, you know, busted through the time manifold there. There's our purple right there. And you know what I should do? You know what I should do is I should do this. I should take the time manifold and make it purple. Let's see if we got a good purple. What is purple? Which one is purple? Is that purple? Yeah, there we go. There we go. So now the time manifold is purple. Cool, huh? And you see it comes through there, the purple. It does come through there. But it's going down. Let's see, that is the 30th. What is that? That's the 26th. Okay, there you go. And there is the 30th of July. And it breaks right through it. Look at that. Comes through that. See? It's a little, like I said, it's like three-dimensional chess, but it is interesting. Silver. Hey, Robin. Silver sounds like a fun thing to do. Let's see what silver looks like. Silverado. Do, 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 do. Silverado. Here we go. There's a silver. Look at that. I guess it's trying to tell us that it's not overbought yet. That's what that's trying to tell us. Maybe it needs to get going with some gas. And then, let's see, that's gold. Let's do Silverado. There we go. There's a silver. And as you can see here, it is blowing through the time manifold with no problem. Way up there. Has been up there since the 28th. And that's the 28th right there. See that? But the thing is, went through it down, and it did go down, and then it's trying to pierce back up, and we're through the time manifold there, but now we are through also the slow move. So it was a good signal on was that the 3rd? So you can see here we've been in a buy since there, and you can see there's the weekly buy from there. So we've been rocking and a rolling and a reeling from 1976. And where's the product trading now? 27.19. There you go. So what was that? $8 gain. Pretty cool on the Silverado, huh? What's gold doing then? Let's check out gold. Let's see what the gold is doing. Gold, Alaya. There's gold. There's gold. Same thing, just zipping to the moon, Alice. And the time manifold has been through since the 31st. And there is the 2nd of August, just a day or two later. But look at it there. There's the 31st, right? And there's 29th. Or 30th. Either way. Let's see what that is. That is the 31st. Yeah. So there's the 30th. Bounced off of the 0 line, came back up. It's been in a daily buy since here. It's been in a weekly buy since the cows came home. Oh, wait a minute. Let's remove that. It's been in a weekly buy. This is December gold now. So December gold. So that's the daily right there. And let's tighten this puppy up. It's been in a weekly buy for a long while on the deck contract. See right there. Can you see that there? I think you can see it there. Yeah. So it's been in a weekly buy now for since April. Since April, right there. April 10th. It's been in a weekly buy. So that's what's going on there. So since April 10th, it's been in a weekly buy. It's been in a daily buy for a few weeks ago. Where's it at now? It says 13 days. So you can see there. So it's been in a long weekly buy in the back month. And a long daily buy for over 3 weeks now. So there's some action there. Gold's been riding high. Yes, indeed. And so that's it, traders. We will catch you on the AM again tomorrow. What's today? Is today hump day? Yeah, today's hump day, right? Today's Wednesday. All right, this is Doc from North America. Happy trails to you. Until we meet again. Happy trails to you. To all my trading